Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. My name is Hello Good Game. Pleased to be your host within this Magic the Gathering Arena Deck Guide video for Standard Best of 1. Playing Boros Mobilize, focusing around creatures that trigger an attack, or while they attack, and duplicating that through the Mardu Windcrag Siege. We'll be breaking down the deck list in depth, discussing all of the strategies and synergies held within, demonstrating all of this within our ranked gameplay footage, and of course wrapping up with our deck review and wrap-up thoughts to help you along the way. If you want to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, I greatly appreciate it, but most importantly, just kick back, relax, and enjoy today's video. So, Boros Mobilize is, like I said, in Standard Best of 1 with 60 cards. We do a 1.9 average mana value in this aggro deck. 29 creatures and 11 non-creatures supported by 20 lands, so this is a quick one. And then, like I mentioned, we love the Windcrag Siege in the build. It's what we focused around. And for 3 mana, we get to either choose Mardu or Jeskai. You will choose Jeskai, even though it's a Mardu-focused build, when it's a removal-centric deck. Something with a lot of single-target removal or field wipes, just go to Jeskai, and then, you know, it's going to give you a little bit more of longevity in those matches, and that will be enough. And I absolutely love that about this card. In Best of 1 specifically, Mardu's great. If you want to be your aggro deck, go for it. But, you know, aggro decks fold 9 times out of 10 once they get hit with a field wipe by a control build, and even that single target really can slow them down to the point where they just fizzle out, right? And now we have the option to not have that happen with Jeskai, and at the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 red goblin with haste and lifelink until the end of turn, which is fantastic, right? So typically doubling those attack triggers, right? And a couple of my favorite cards that we'll be utilizing with that is Arabella, Abandoned Doll for 2 as a 1/3, and whenever Arabella attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. This is fine, and again, this is a whenever attack, so that will absolutely double for us if we have Mardu chosen through the Windcrag Siege, right? And then an Pakal, Thousandth Moon for 3 as a 2/1. Whenever you attack with one or more gnome creatures, or non-gnomes, sorry, put a +1/+1 on the Thousandth Moon, and then create X 1/1 gnome creatures that are tapped and attacking, where X is the number of +1 counters on it. So this will trigger twice, again with the Mardu for us, which is fantastic. In your settings, when you're in your gameplay here, you'll go and choose automatically order triggered abilities. Take that off, unclick that so it's blank, and now whenever you're playing with Arabella, you're going to move her to the bottom, right? The last card to trigger, so cards like Anim can create the tokens before this ability resolves, right? And that will go as well with our Mobilize. The Stadium Headliner will create a 1/1 token when it attacks, and you can sacrifice it to deal damage to creature equal to the number of creatures you control, which is actually really, really good, by the way. And Voice of Victory as a 1/3 with Mobilize 2. They can't cast on our turn if this is in play. A lot of people don't think of that, and it is actually super helpful when overlooked, right? And that Mobilize 2, again, will double through the siege when Mardu's chosen, which is absolutely crazy. And then finally here, we have the Frontliner as a 1/1. When it attacks, another creature you control gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. So that doubling isn't much, but it adds up, right? Which is pretty cool. And then, you know, gaining some life on the front end, because we're creating so many tokens. The Hinterland Sanctifier 1/2, whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. We might run more copies of this in the future, but typically it's enough, you know, just to stay ahead of an aggro deck. You don't have to have 100 life, 40 is enough. And then we've got a secondary creature that we prefer on 1, because we are using Gleeful Demolition. Now, not only is this very good offensively for us, destroying one of our own artifact creatures, And that's why we like the nesting bot, because when it dies, it creates another replacement of itself, basically. So you don't lose a creature. But you can also destroy a core cutter with this for 1. Ooh-wee, that's good. And so a couple artifacts here for us to sacrifice. Arabella is an artifact as well, but she's very high value, and unless, you know, it's a post-combat thing, you don't want to do it because her ability is so powerful, and then, of course, you would also need another copy in your hand to play because you wouldn't want to lose it. So you could do that. Look, she is an artifact, right? But typically, you're just not. So that's what's going on the front end of the deck. I love also the case. When it enters, deal damage to a creature equal to the number of creatures you control. That's really good with the mobilize, right? Because on your second main phase, these tokens will still exist and will count towards the Gateway Express damage, which is cool. They will not count to the solving of it, though, because those tokens come in post-attack declaration. So you will still have to attack with your 3 organic creatures. Mobilized tokens will not count, okay? The Anim tokens also will not count. However, when you do solve, creatures you control get +1/+1. That's fine to push them up once. Arabella. You can push it up again, honestly, to 3 if you have enough tokens. That's fine, too. It's not going to be a bad thing. But just keep in mind, she's power 2 or less on your creatures, which, you know, typically we are doing. For the majority of the game, is there going to be 1 or 2 power, as we don't typically get to stack this often, as it's quite a quick build, right? We might just play 1 copy and that's good. And then, you know, why not finish it off with an Imodane's Recruiter for 3 as a 2/2. Whenever it enters, creatures you control get +1/+1, gain haste until the end of turn, and you can cast it for the sorcery as trained troops for 5 to create 2/2 Knights with Vigilance, which we almost never do. But we do like the 3 mana, 3/2, everything else gets +1 as well. Really good on an aggro deck that you're going wide with, right? Just to reach in, do some more damage. Not a necessity in the build at all, but something I do like. So that's the build. We have the Portal. This is going to come in as one of our first 3 lands. If not, it's tapped, and we will pay 1 life to tap it for mana. The Vantage comes in as our first 3 as well, and if not, it's going to be tapped. And then the Forge, you know, we're paying 1 life for this if it's colored. If colorless is fine. And then some basics, right? So this is Boros Mobilize. Last season, I took this deck into Diamond, which is great because I'm not playing a lot, but it was like a hot knife through butter, just slaying the current meta. And this season so far, I'm gold into Platinum with it. So it's working really well. Check out the gameplay footage that we're going to jump into now. And if there's any way to improve the deck, don't hold back. Hit us up in the comments below. Cheers. Thank you so much. Leave a like. Like I said, drop a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more great content as frequently as I can possibly put it out. And kick back, relax, and enjoy. Let's go. All right. Opponent goes first. Let's keep 7. Hand will get there. Oh, mono red on the play. Always a cool thing to see. I can't do colorless, eh? Might as well do this then. I was under the assumption we could do colorless for free, but that's the other lands that do that. The pay 1 life ones. Get these voices out. Try to prioritize mobilize. Could just be dead here. Mono red's so aggressive. Okay, we're good. It's fine. Down to 17, then back up to 18. 3 mana. Am I dead? 18 damage. Probably am dead. Okay. $12 more damage needed. Oh, wow. No, no, no. That's it. Very close. Gotta do it. I don't think it's enough. The life gain's good, but I just don't think it's enough. And it's certainly not enough damage. Close game though. Really close match here. There's no way they don't deal 8. So close. They were on the play. 3 cards in hand. That's haste for 4. Oh yeah, good game. That's 9. There's no need. You can just attack. You don't have to do that. Opponent goes first. Let's keep 7. I have played maybe 5 matches with this deck today and haven't won first once. I know it's like just classic complaining, but excuse me, it's the truth. It's been a crazy day here on the arena. Cut down, perfect. And it's kind of a deck that relies on going first. Most aggro decks are. And I went all the way through, at least I'd like testify for the deck. I went all the way through platinum into diamond with it. And back through gold into platinum. So it works. And then you hit the record button, and then your opponent goes first 10 times in a row. Against a control deck, I'm gonna play the Crag. It is what it is. I'm not proud of it. I like to play Mardu. Or I say the Crag, but I mean Jeskai of the Crag. Typically we do the Mardu, but I don't think quite that lucky. I mean, let's just bash, I guess. Let's go for the throats are like kind of eating up their whole turn. And the secondary card advantage still comes through there. Right with the +1s. And our max speed is up, so Nesting Bot at 2-1 now. Kaido's pretty good. You gonna lock me down? I think we've got haste. Take out Kaido. Beautiful.
Don't worry, I've got an exit strategy.
I think we are positioned fairly well against these decks. Removal decks through the Jeskai mode here. Good game. All right, let's keep 7 here and pray for the 3rd land, because I mean, having a Nim with a Crag is pretty cool, and then voice for that is even better. We're on the draw again, 10th time in a row. We do get a 1-drop, though. Let's see if we can find a third land here. Ay, 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 papi! Big money, no whammies? Oh, yeah. Still need to dodge removal for quite some time. And if it's going to continue, I might want to just go Windcrag. This is brutal. But that's what we must do. What the gods require in this matchup. Yeah. I'll discard, that's fine. Plus the headliner, right? I mean, it's not great, but... You know what it is? Sanctifier's really good, too. And I'm just going to get this triggering. And now we're living the best of both worlds. Right? Where we've got that burst aggro through a Nim, and that sort of slower long con with the Windcrag Jeskai. And they're out of juice, it looks like. The life gain through the siege here is also acceptable, as well as the Sanctifier. This is on Mardu now. Let's Ash catch him. Double trigger on a Nim. Yes. Looking for a field wipe. Did they run that card? Temporary lockdown, maybe? It'd be sideboard action for them. We're in best of 1 today. Beautiful. Taking down a Pro Tour deck. Gotta love it. A little bit of life gain for me. And this should be absolutely nuclear. Plenty of Sanctifier life gain here. Up to 26. They block a Nim. And we hit for plenty. We're going to gain 3 life to 11. It's not enough, though. I'm going to use that answer at my next math test, HGG. Plenty. Equals plenty. Good game. Going first. It's the first time all day. I'm not going to squander this. I wish I had a 1-drop, but the land is good enough just to keep specifically as we're on the play. Like, if you're on the draw, you definitely need that 1-drop. But sometimes if you're not, you can get away with it. And I hope we can. Please don't kill Arabella. It's not a threat. You don't need to worry about it. Just leave it there. At this point, I think it would really take like a lightning strike to do it. Because I'm not blocking. I refuse Adelphia. And then it's just like a Monstrous Rage. Times 2. Hit for 500 damage. Excuse me? And then a hero, which is fine. Be a red source. A Nim out. Auto pay. Sucks. Attack doll under a Nim. You gotta turn off in your settings when you're doing this. Go to gameplay. And then auto order triggered abilities. You're going to want to turn that off. That's going to be very important on this deck. And then you're always moving Arabella to the back, to the bottom, right? Because there's Mobilize, there's a Nim's ability, and they're going to make tokens first. And that's going to push up the ability further. But we might still be in a lot of trouble here. No block. Can I get Windcrag Siege off the top? This is good. This is really good too. I'm the aggro deck now. She goes to the bottom, right? Last. Then the tokens come out first. Hit for 6, gain 6. Let's go. Excuse me? Good game. Back on the draw. Let's do it. I don't know. I mean, 2 land, that's okay. Both colors, fine. We're gonna pay some life here. Hello. Good game. Mono Black's sometimes a tough matchup for us. Unless we do get this Sage out. As Jeskai. Fairly quickly. Multiple targets. That's going to dodge a Liliana minus. Because she's quite good. Alright, let's swing first and foremost. Not getting the land here hurts quite a bit, but let's try to progress through. Going quite wide is good against single target as long as they don't find a field wipe. Them using more single target is indicative of them not having it. Ooh, that's good though. Problematic. Yeah. Dang it. Specifically because I can't find a land. Like, I'm bricked hard. Arcfiend's pretty good against us. My oh my. Don't appreciate this. Jump block. Lose 2. Better than 4. Ah, good game. No land, can't do it. Can't play Magic without land. Did you know? Alright, our opponent's going to go first. Every single time. I went first once today. Let's see if we can make it work. Let's do Headliner first. Mobilize online for the Sanctifier. Frag is here. We don't have anything really to go with it yet. Bauble kills Headliner. Ouch. Pixie bounces it. Okay. Let's just lose the bot. He can come back to a token, which is good. I think this is just straight up Jeskai. Oof. Toss a land. Oh, I can't. Toss the Recruiter. Good play. We could double land it maybe. Off deck to 3rd. I don't know if that's good. Probably not. Alright, lose our bot. Tokens back. Down to 18. It's the talent that gets us. I gotta keep 2 cards in hand always. This is definitely Jeskai. Right, just so we can keep some value reoccurring. The lifelink is quite good for us too. It's not ideal. It's not how I like to play the deck, but I'd rather play it this way than lose the match, you know? Oh, not again. Children will not leave me alone. What the heck, man? Maybe we should have went Mardu, question mark? As long as we can maintain card advantage. And I need to keep 2 in hand so they're not drawing, right? And we take less damage. I can chump block Shelly pretty effectively. Oh no! No way. No, 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 no. Oh, wow. I got. That was brutal, dude. Really? Two of them could compound in our favor. It doesn't even... As long as Sanctifier stays, yes. But we have to deal with the Bandit's ability and Shoulder's ability, which is 4 life a turn. So, I don't know how well it's compounding currently. And now the draw's active. Ay, ay, ay. And I almost do want to just throw them in, no matter what, for the lifelink of the token. While they have it, because they only have it on entry. Doesn't persist. I do like these tokens, by the way. So you know how Kiki Jiki's token was worth quite a bit? I think that this Goblin token could be worth quite a bit in the future as well. Alright, here's our chump block to 10. Then to 8, right? Or is that after the draw? Yeah, it's pre-draw, which sucks. Up to 9, and then back to 10. Thank you. Oh. This is better short term. This is better long term, but I think at 8 we kind of need to think short term. $13 damage. We're gonna leave back a few blockers. Oh no. I can block my Sanctifier. What have I done? What have I done? Flash? Not good for you, man. Good play. Good play. Can't win them all. That was kind of key to our staying in this match. Sucks for me. It's not necessarily about the matches you win, though. It's about the ones you lose. Second Talent's good game, though. They're both leveled up. I'm taking 6 damage. 8 from the Pixie. That's game. I can't, at that point, even keep up with the Sanctifier. Oakley dokely. Boros Mobilize. Pretty good. Even on the draw, sometimes. performing well enough to survive. I'm gonna be honest. I would love to get 4 Sanctifiers in this deck, just so it's consistently there. And then the aggro decks that you face off against aren't even a problem, because the life gain that you'll receive will just far outweigh. Specifically in best of 1, I think best of 3 could be a sideboard card, right? I don't think you need a best of 3 unless it's another aggro deck, and then it's just like throw all 4 in. But in best of 1, I wanna put 4 copies of this in here. Obviously, we can't cut lands. We're gonna need to cut something else, and I'm looking at losing a Recruiter, 4 Sanctifier, minimum 3 of each, minimum. I think we could also possibly lose, like a single artifact creature, a nesting bot, or a frontliner. Probably a nesting bot, because it doesn't necessarily go with the double attack like the frontliner does. So I would drop 1 bot, I would drop 1 recruiter, I would take 2 sanctifiers right out of the gate. Aside from that, I don't think this will work as good. Get rid of that. This could be cool for extra damage, but we're just like, the attack is enough, isn't it? Warleader's Call, on that same note, I was running the Knight, but I just found that, it took away your whole turn almost, right? And we didn't necessarily have as many 1-drops as a previous version of this deck that utilized Warleader's Call. It was like all 1-drops, right? And it was very easy just to convoke this as another 1-drop. Here we've got 2 drops, we've got 3 drops, so and then whenever it attacks, this is quite good. With double trigger, 5 mana is a little expensive. Got haste though. This is definitely on our radar for something that we could add to the deck as a top end. But 5 is a lot for this deck. And then I was looking at the Verge potentially as a land. If you have any other thoughts that we could, build off of, don't hesitate. That's what the comments are for. I really appreciate everybody's input, by the way. Thank you all so much. Leave a like, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you ever need anything, I'm in the Discord way too much. And I'll see you soon in the next. Take care.